Last month, Peter Krzan gave the wolves a cow and 3 deer. Today he's giving them some fish and day-old chicks from a nearby poultry farm. It's all part of his master's program at Acadia University. Krzan's studying the relationship between ravens and wolves and how these elusive animals get along in the wild. The Wolf Research Center is the only place where such a study could work. So in -6-degree temperatures, Peter Krzan settles in and waits for the wolves. There are 2 packs of wolves at the compound. One has 14 wild ones, the other 6 raised by humans. Krzan must keep his eyes focused on the wild ones. If he doesn't, he could miss a raven. And that's tough on a day like this, when the ravens are staying in the trees. But it's not always this tedious.
It was about 2 weeks ago when I observed a raven pecking at a wolf's tail for approximately 15 minutes. And then he also would jump up on this piece of bone to perch itself and would stab at the hindquarters of this wolf repeatedly. And it was so pushy that it was really strange. It was very comical because here's this small raven basically bullying this big wolf. And I mean, the odds, if you were to stack the odds up against the raven, they're quite big. I mean, the raven will lose eventually.
Peter's research is going great, and it's because of Peter is I mean, he's just a great student in anything he does, and whatever project he does, he just throws himself into it, and everything's cooperating, the ravens and the wolves. This facility is actually unique in the world in terms of its size, the size of the enclosure that the wolves are in, and the fact that we leave the wolves basically to live their own lives for the most part. We don't interfere at all with the wolves that we call the main pack or pack 1. We're only studying the things that you can study well in captivity, such as the social behavior and how they mate, how they rear their pups.
These little wolf pups are only 4 weeks old. Researchers shot this video 2 years ago with a remote-control camera rigged inside the den. Like all the wolves, these pups will live their whole life in the compound, untouched but always watched.
Working with wolves makes you examine your own humanity a lot more. And maybe one reason for it is the fact that human society and wolf society are so close. Wolves live in extended family groups. They're very cooperative. They have deep emotional bonds. They love to play. They fight, just like people. So the more you look at wolves, in a way, the more you're looking at yourself.
Krzan's been working on this study for over a month. There's over 40 hours of tape to analyze. Most of the time, he works alone. To stay focused on the research and to have fun, Krzan must strike a balance between his love of science and his love of the wolves.
The wolf is a curiosity that I have. The science of it is just something that I can give back to them, and also maybe increase the information that's available to other people.
Do you feel you're helping wolves?
Well, I don't think our wolves need our help. I think they are quite efficient at what they do. What they do need help with is protection of habitat.
Wolf packs used to cover most of North America. Today, healthy packs live only in northern Canada and Minnesota. Wolves are shy. They're afraid of people and their noisy machines and sprawling population. That's what makes this visit different. Rory is 10. He's one of 6 wolves raised by people, and he's kept separate from the wild pack. This is as close to a wolf as you can ever get. Peter Krzan will sleep here tonight. Tomorrow he'll continue his research. It's a chance to enjoy his time away from the lab at Acadia, and a chance to enjoy time spent close to the wolves. Krzan studied wolves for the last 2 years. He respects them, and in a sense, he envies them.
Well, I think when you look at yourself in society, and sometimes when you go out in the field, you have to kind of do with the minimum, okay? So you realize very quickly that the most important thing is food and good boots. And because when you look at the wolf and you realize that it spends most of its time trotting around and searching for food, and there's a Russian proverb that says that the wolf is fed by its feet, and it's very true. They're not materialistic and they're not greedy, as we would term it. So that attracts me, that kind of a lifestyle. I think that's one thing that we could learn from.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Liz.
How are you?
Pretty good. Had some interesting things today. Had a raven.
Elizabeth Kosha drove from Halifax to visit Peter and the wolves. She's about to earn her PhD for her work here over the last 3 years. Their friendship revolves around the wolves. Everything here revolves around the wolves. At the Canadian Centre for Wolf Research, I'm Peter Walsh.